prophecy is what we all have to go by now. It's very interesting. I did a sold-out concert in London. We played 21 nights in a row, and all the concerts were sold out. When I would watch television over there, and you'd see the United Nations feed, the direct feed from the United Nations, you'd hear them talk a lot about religion. You'd hear the Bible mentioned constantly. This is not what we're used to in the United States. It's almost as though there's no need for God and no need for religion and justice in politics. So there's supposed to be a separation of church and state over here. We can't have a separation of state and morality, though. And you know, songs like Dreamer and Even Feel Good, it's the same thing.
I got good news and bad news. The bad news first, since I like ending on good news. The bad news is I'm out of time for this show. The good news is I think that if I lean on my friendship, I might be able to get Prince to stick around for like another 12 minutes. And if you tune into this program tomorrow night, we can finish our conversation. It's never over, but we'll continue it, talking about these other 3 songs from the new CD, Lotus Flower, at lotusflower.com. You can get, I want to ask you about these other 3 songs tomorrow night, and then this fine artist who he referenced earlier, you can take fine any way you want to take it. This fine artist he referenced earlier in this conversation, Bria Valente.
Oh!
Yes. Bria will join us tomorrow night as well. So
now we're talking.
Yeah, now we talk. Right. So tomorrow night, part 2 of our conversation with Prince, and Bria Valente with us tomorrow night as well. She's one of the 3 CDs in this new Lotus.
Hey, Mom. Mom. Hey, Mom. Yes.
I hear people say, well, I don't know what's wrong with these children today. Go back in 1932 when I was born and see if there was any chemicals or additives in the food. I mean, canned goods, my cousin came to visit and we liked them. We get black eyed peas out the can. That was a status symbol. You know, otherwise they just get out the garden. And so when you stop and think about the whole value change, chickens with no hormones. I watched my grandma, they were. Now, a chicken, an egg hatched today in 29 days. You ready to eat it. You know. Colonel Sanders can't say Kentucky Fried Chicken no more. Because those are genetically engineered. They grow the chickens with no beaks, no feet, no feathers. If you walk through there, you would think you had died and went to a horrible place. That's what the children eat. I don't have no problem with that. I have a problem that we don't know the reaction to it. And so consequently, what happens when you inject hormones in the chickens to make them grow? Well, the problem with that is it creates cancer in the chicken. Now, you can't have cancer in the wing, and it ain't in the whole body. So a chicken with cancer don't mean nothing until you take the feathers off, then you see the cancer sores. So then the government let them put legislation through that you can cut them parts off, and that's where we get chicken bologna and chicken hot dogs from. So what do you think's wrong with the children? Consequently, the hormones in the chickens, the children eat the hormones. For instance, the first chance you get, go to the Ritz-Carlton, and go to the bar, and order rum and Coke. And tell them, say, I don't want the fountain Coke. And I want in the container, and I don't want my rum and my Coke mixed. Bring me the rum, bring me the Coke, and then bring me that little glass of Coke or Pepsi in the bottle, in the jar. You ever seen it? Mm-hmm. Because when you drink soda pop out of plastic, because the chemicals in the soda pop breaks down and mixes with the chemicals in the plastic, which is petroleum, and it changes male hormones into female hormones. and cause breast cancer in men and women. That's why this is the only country in the world where more men die from breast cancer than women, and men in America don't even know that, than women, because more men drink soda pop than women out of the plastic containers. Now, if you go to that hotel, it's because the expense. Now the white folk coming in, they don't know. You get a certain protection. You buy a Rolls Royce, you don't have to know that you get a certain protection when you hit another car. And so consequently now, so when we look at the gay society today, it's hormone transplants. You said, like, I mean, they've always had homosexuals.